Honorary alumnus, Brendan Garrett. Brendan Garrett, a West Lawn native, has been a key member of the St. Rita High School family for the last 5 years, working in its maintenance department and being an irreplaceable staff member. Brendan is extremely proud of his son Brendan Jr., a 2010 St. Rita graduate and current junior at Eastern Illinois University. Brendan Jr. is studying to become a teacher and hopes to return to his alma mater one day in a teaching role. Brendan Sr. has 2 daughters, Delaney, a senior at Richards High School, and Dana, a freshman at Richards and the captain of her basketball team. About his time at St. Rita, Brendan says, "It is the greatest job he's ever had, and he absolutely loves coming to work every single day. The friendships he has made are lifelong, and certainly everyone in the St. Rita family would agree." Honorary alumnus, Johnny Manzella. Johnny was born in 1982 with Down syndrome. Through the support of his family and the relentless love of his mother, Johnny has been able to accomplish many things that the doctors said couldn't be done. Johnny has his grade school diploma from St. Rose and received his high school diploma from Elam Christian School, where he is now a productive member of their workshop program. He is a devoted Catholic who receives communion every Saturday and Sunday at St. Alexander with his grandmother. Thanks to the guidance and patience of Coach Jim Fitzer, St. Rita class of 1970, he was able to play baseball at West Lawn Little League for many years. He is an extremely strong swimmer, and you can often find him playing basketball in his yard. From West Lawn baseball and St. Mary's football to Vidham Cats wrestling and St. Rita wrestling, he has been his brother Dan's biggest inspiration and biggest supporter. Athletic Award, Ed Gunkel from the class of 1963. Ed Gunkel from the class of 1963 was a 3-year starter for the Mustang football team, a co-captain, and also an All-Catholic League selection. He would head to West Lafayette, Indiana, having earned a 4-year scholarship to Purdue University, where he was a member of the 1967 Rose Bowl champion Boilermaker football team. In 1974, he moved to Arizona and would later found the property management division of Russ Lyon Southbeat Realty. He also was on the board of directors at the Scottsdale Association of Realtors from 1994 to 1998. Ed enjoyed 10 years with RE/MAX Fine Properties and was on the #1 team in leasing commission volume, and was put into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame in 2011. Athletic Award, Ted Millant from the class of 1963. Ted Millant from the class of 1963 came to St. Rita from St. Gall Parish. From 1967 to 1973, Ted was an English teacher at St. Rita, where he designed and implemented 2 new courses into the English department curriculum. In 1967, Ted started the hockey program at St. Rita and coached the Mustangs for 9 seasons. He is considered one of the founding fathers and first officers of the Chicago Catholic Hockey League. Under Ted's watch, the skating Mustangs made the playoffs every year he coached them. Ted received the Lawless Coach of the Year award for the Catholic League in 1971 and 1972. Currently, Ted works in Human Resources Department, where he has over 35 years' experience. Ted currently resides in Chicago. Athletic Award, Jack Johnson from the class of 1988. Jack Johnson is recognized as one of the best baseball players ever to play at St. Rita High School. He helped lead the Mustangs to the school's first ever Illinois Regional Championship in 1986 and a Catholic League Championship in 1987. In his senior year in 1988, Jack was named the Illinois Gatorade Player of the Year, as well as the Chicago Tribune Player of the Year. The standout catcher then earned a full scholarship to the University of Arizona. After college, Jack signed a professional baseball contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers and enjoyed stints with the Anaheim Angels, Chicago White Sox, and Chicago Cubs organizations. After his playing days, Jack received a BA in Communications from DePaul University, and he is currently teaching and coaching in California, where he enjoys sharing the traditions of St. Rita High School with his students. Jack was elected to the St. Rita Hall of Fame in 2008. Athletic Award, Nick Morless from the class of 1988. Nick came to St. Rita from Queen of the Universe Parish. As a senior on the football team, Nick was a co-captain, the Duffy Award winner, and an All-Catholic League South selection. After St. Rita, Nick enrolled at Dartmouth College, where he would go on to be a part of 2 Ivy League championship teams during his junior and senior seasons. At Dartmouth, he garnered the Fugawi Award, Coaches Award, and John Manley Award on his way to making the top 10 all-time single-season sack leaders list. He graduated from Dartmouth with high honors in mechanical engineering and completed his academic training at Stanford with a PhD in electrical engineering, where he was the John B. Simpson Innovation Fellow in Biodesign. He and his wife Carolyn live in Mountain View, California, with their 2 boys, Jacob, 6, and Alex, 2. Athletic Award, Curtis Price from the class of 1988. Curtis Price is a member of St. Rita's class of 1988 and was elected into the St. Rita Hall of Fame in 2009. One of the most decorated basketball players to ever come through St. Rita, Curtis was a 4-year starter who scored over 1,400 points while grabbing over 1,400 rebounds and 300 block shots. For 3 seasons, Curtis led the Catholic League in rebounding and block shots. His career averages of 17 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 block shots per game earned him election into the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2006. Curtis attended DePaul University, where he was a 4-year letterman and 3-year starter for the Blue Demons. Curtis is married to wife Michelle, and they have 3 children, Curtis, Olivia, and Madeline. Curtis has been the head coach of the boys basketball team at Marion Central Catholic for 6 seasons and works at Harbor Freight Tools as an assistant manager. Athletic Award, the 2003 IHSA State Champion Wrestling Team. The 2003 Wrestling Mustangs won the Class AA State Championship over longtime rival Providence for the school's first ever wrestling state title. The Loaded Mustangs featured several Division I wrestlers and would send 10 Rita men downstate to compete in the IHSA Individual Wrestling Championships. 8 St. Rita wrestlers placed, a state record that still holds today. Head coach Dan Carroll's team finished an unbelievable 27-1 on the year before defeating DeKalb High School in the state quarterfinals and stopping Conant High School in the state semis. The Mustangs then went toe-to-toe with the Celtics of Providence, winning 24-20 to seal the state title. During the year, the Mustangs won the prestigious Dvorak Tournament, the Geneseo Invite, and the Chicago Catholic League Championship. Senior leaders included Dan Manzella, Matt Vasey, Ryan Klinger, Dan Keenan, and Bob Fangaro. Those 5 men are celebrating their 10th anniversary tonight at our banquet. Athletic Award, the 2003 Running Mustang Basketball Catholic League and Regional Champions. The 2003 Running Mustang basketball team was the last St. Rita basketball team to capture an IHSA regional championship, defeating rival Bogan in a hard-fought contest here at St. Rita. On the season, the Mustangs finished 20-9 overall, including big regular season wins over Marist, St. Ignatius, and a thrilling 49-47 win at Brother Rice. They also captured the Catholic League Championship in front of a busload of St. Rita students who made the trek to 64th and Dante to watch St. Rita clinch the title by crushing Mount Carmel 61-39. It was St. Rita's first Catholic League basketball championship since 1970. The Mustangs were led by the Big Three, Rashay Russell, who went on to Toledo, Jarrah Young, who went on to West Virginia and finished at Toledo, and Michael Rembert, who went on to Bradley University. They were joined in the starting 5 by Billy Benderitis and Kevin Carroll. Tonight, we honor the 10th anniversary of their graduation from St. Rita, one of the best basketball teams in St. Rita history. Loyalty Award, Tony Colosimo from the class of 1963. Tony Colosimo, a graduate of St. Anthony's School in Bridgeport, is a 1963 graduate of St. Rita High School. Tony is heavily involved in St. Rita, currently as an emeritime member of the Board of Directors, and he has also served on numerous Valentine dinner dance committees. He is a very loyal and generous supporter of all things St. Rita. He enjoyed a career in television advertising sales, selling and managing for companies in Chicago, New York City, Providence, Rhode Island, and Minneapolis. He spent 16 years at WGN Television as Director of Sports Advertising Sales and oversaw the Chicago Bulls, Cubs, and White Sox. In 2004, he would join the White Sox as a marketing consultant and is currently in his 10th season with the team. Tony lives on the North Shore with his wife of 21 years, Meg, and 2 sons, Anthony and Peter. About his experience at St. Rita, Tony credits Father Flaw for giving him a second chance, and he owes everything to him and the school. We are proud to honor him with a Loyalty Award at tonight's banquet. Loyalty Award, Jim Duffy from the class of 1988. Jim Duffy from the class of 1988 came to St. Rita from St. Rita Grammar School. While in high school, Jim was very active in a number of clubs and organizations. He was the student council president and student rep for the Board of Administration. He was also a math and science tutor, a member of SAD, and a member of the National Honor Society. After St. Rita, Jim would attend Drake University in Des Moines, Iowa, where he earned his Bachelor of Arts degree. After Drake, Jim went to work as a runner on the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. After a few years there, he accepted an opportunity to work for the French bank Credit Agricole, starting on the overnight shift. His experience there led him to his current position at Newedge Financial. Jim, who enjoys traveling, is a resident of Mokina. Hall of Fame, Jim Olivier from the class of 1962. The Bridgeport native and graduate of St. Barbara Grammar School, was a Chicago Tribune All-Star in 1961 for the St. Rita Mustangs baseball team after going 8-2 as a pitcher. In 1962, Jim was voted to the Catholic League All-Star team, the Chicago Tribune All-Star team, and was named Most Valuable Player by the St. Rita baseball program. After being drafted into the U.S. Army, Jim would eventually marry and have 2 sons, Jim and Jeff, born a year apart. Jim and his wife Mary also have a daughter, Suzanne. Jim and family bounced around Indiana and New York before moving to Bolingbrook. Jim's travels would continue as he was transferred to Portland, Oregon, and finally Vancouver, Washington. In 1995, Jim retired from ARCO after 26 years and began careers at Valvetech Petroleum and Bowflex. He and his wife are philanthropic supporters of St. Rita High School, DePaul University, Northern Illinois University, and various other charities. Hall of Fame, Mike Mueller from the class of 1963. Mike Mueller became a Mustang after graduating from St. Rita Grammar School in 1959. The St. Rita High School class of 63 grad was class president his senior year. He also received a gold medal award for athletics and scholarship and was named Mr. Mustang for the class of 63. Mike was second-team All-State in football, a starter on the 1963 championship basketball team, and was an All-City selection in baseball. He would go on to receive a congressional appointment to the United States Air Force Academy, where he would graduate in 1968 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Basic Sciences. While at the Academy, Mike was a 3-year varsity football player, starting 2 seasons at tight end for the Falcons. Mike was on the Commandments list for outstanding military bearing and behavior, and Dean's list for academic achievement, and earned his U.S. Army Airborne Wings at paratrooper training at Fort Benning, Georgia. Mike would eventually get his master's degree from Webster University for science and economics. His 26-year career in the Air Force was as a C-130 pilot, where he flew support, combat, training, humanitarian, and diplomatic missions. After the Air Force, Mueller enjoyed 21 years working for UPS as a pilot flying domestic and overseas routes. Mike and wife Shirley have lived in Louisville, Kentucky for the past 23 years. They have a son, Michael, and a daughter, Jennifer. Hall of Fame, John Flaherty from the class of 1970. John is a 1970 St. Rita High School graduate and a 1966 St. Rita Grammar School grad as well. While at St. Rita, John ran track, cross country, and was a member of the 1970 Catholic League Lightweight Championship basketball team. He is the second of 5 Flaherty brothers to have walked the halls and graduate from St. Rita High School. After high school, John attended Lewis University, graduating with honors in 1974. As a 4-year starter and team captain of their wrestling team, he would eventually be inducted into the Lewis University Athletic Hall of Fame in 1990. John would go on to receive his master's degree in taxation from DePaul University, as well as his CPA certification in 1977. In 1990, John established his own CPA firm, John K. Flaherty and Associates. John would go on to marry his wife Kathy, his St. Rita senior prom date, and they have been longtime residents of Riverside, Illinois, and members of St. Mary's Parish. Always heavily involved at St. Rita, John is an original member of the St. Rita Pat Cronin Golf Outing Committee, a former member of the St. Rita Board of Directors, and a 2-time Loyalty Award recipient in 1995 and again in 2010. Hall of Fame, Jim Brazier from the class of 1971. Jim Brazier from the class of 1971 attended St. John the Baptist Grammar School. While at St. Rita, Jim played basketball on the frost soft and varsity levels. Jim would go on to attend Loyola University, where he majored in public accounting, graduating magna cum laude in 1975. He joined the staff at Pete Marwick Mitchell, now known as KPMG, after graduation, and was elected to partnership in 1985. He would retire from KPMG in 2007 before joining Baker Tilly, a regional public accounting firm. In 2011, Jim left Baker Tilly to start the Professional Strategy Group, which provides strategy, teaching, and coaching services to professional service firms and their employees. In 1976, Jim married his high school sweetheart Debbie, who was a cheerleader at St. Rita and the homecoming queen during her senior year. Married for 37 years, Jim and Debbie have 3 grown children, Jimmy, Amy, and Katie. Jim currently sits on the board of directors at St. Rita and is on the advisory board for Loyola School of Business. Jim and Debbie live in Palos Park. Hall of Fame, Joe Augustine from the class of 1973. Joe Augustine from St. Mary's Star of the Sea Parish was a 4-year hockey player for the Skating Mustangs. He is currently in his 24th season as head coach at the University of Rhode Island, bringing more than 36 years of experience to the program, both as a player and a coach. Augustine won back-to-back ACHA Men's Division I Coach of the Year honors in 04-05 and 05-06, and was the Eastern Collegiate Hockey Association Coach of the Year in 2003-2004. He also acted as an assistant coach for Team USA at the 2006 World University Games in Turin, Italy, and would be selected head coach for Team USA for the World University Games in Harbin, China in 2009. After St. Rita, Augustine was named to the United States Junior All-American team as selected by the NHL. In 1976, Augustine helped lead the Boston College Eagles to the Beanpot Championship and 2 years later to a runner-up finish in the 1978 NCAA tournament. He was elected into the Boston College Hall of Fame in 2005. After his junior season, Joe turned pro and played 6 seasons with the Calgary Flames, New York Rangers, and the New Jersey Devil organizations. He lives in Rhode Island with his wife Jewel, daughter Jacqueline, and son John. Hall of Fame, Herbie Johnson from the class of 1976. Herbie Johnson is a St. Rita man now and forever. Herbie, a 1976 St. Rita graduate, was the embodiment of all that St. Rita represents. He was the first in his family to attend St. Rita High School and set the example for more than a dozen other Johnson men that have followed in his footsteps. He spoke truth, brought unity to his family and friends, and shared his love for St. Rita to all who would listen. With a large smile and enormous enthusiasm, Herbie was an active member of the Fathers Club and one of the biggest supporters of the St. Rita football program. His two sons, Tom from the class of 2004 and Mickey from the class of 2011, played football for St. Rita. Herbie, not content to watch the game from the bleachers, stood on the field at every game, cheering them and their teams on to victory. Whenever someone was in need, Herbie was there, even as far as New York City, when he joined his fellow firefighters at Ground Zero immediately after September 11th. In a selfless act of true heroism, Captain Herbie Johnson of the Chicago Fire Department lost his life saving others in a fire on November 2nd, 2012. Man of the Year, Ed Schmidt from the class of 1963. After graduating from St. Rita High School in 1963, Ed was hired by the Continental Can Company Research and Development Division as a research technician. Ed went on to retire from Continental Can Company after 22 years as a facilities manager. In 1973, he founded the Teddy Bear Daycare Group, and with the help of his entire family, the business has grown to 5 different locations today, having served thousands of children over the last 35 years. Ed has served his alma mater in many ways over the years, including as an officer in the Fathers Club, as a member of the Valentine's Dinner Dance Committee, and most importantly as a member of the St. Rita High School Board of Directors. He was also very involved with the acquisition of St. Rita's new campus in 1990. Ed has quietly been a generous and loyal supporter of St. Rita High School for many, many years. Ever a true Rita man, Ed was inducted into the St. Rita Hall of Fame in 2008.
Dear class of 63 classmates and all Rita men, thank you for being here today and for supporting St. Rita High School and all my friends and family members in the Augustinian community. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I would like to relay my experience to you. When I was entering my sophomore year, my dad suffered a serious heart attack, and my parents told me that if I wanted to stay in St. Rita High School, I had to get a job and pay my own tuition. So I had to tell Father J.J. O'Malley that I had to quit my beloved Mustang baseball team and football team, and I went to work right across the street in a junkyard and was able to watch a lot of the games which were played right there at 59th and Damon. When I was in my junior year, I went to Father Ed Andrews, who I got to know well since I went to school with his brother Jimmy. I said to Father Andrews that I wanted to be an Augustinian. He said, "Why?" I said that I loved the kids, I wanted to work with them, and a lot of my family members on both sides were hoping I would become a priest. I also felt comfortable with it, at least the initial vocation. After a few discussions and exchanges, Father suggested that his brother and I were too worldly and might need to experience more of what life had to bring. I said, "What about working with the kids? What about service to St. Rita and the Augustinians?" Father Andrew's answer was, "Ed, pray and God will find a way for you to achieve your wishes." In 1965, Vietnam broke out and I was drafted. Partially because of the great education I received at St. Rita's, I was placed into the United States Army Security Agency, a top-secret group at the Army headquarters level. Our company was not deployed to Vietnam. The only company in our battalion which was sent to Vietnam was Company C, which took many casualties in late fall of 1968. I pray every day to God, thanking that I'm still here and alive. Along with the Army came marriage and children. Heidi was born in September 68, Eddie born February 1972, Heather August 1974, John June 1976, and Nikki May 1979. In 1984, Father Patrick Murphy asked if I would join the newly formed St. Rita Board of Advisors, which I proudly accepted, along with a great group of other Rita men. Father Andrews was right again. God found a way to serve St. Rita's. In the late 1980s, we were struggling to upgrade the old campus at 63rd Street, and the Augustinians were hoping for a miracle. All of a sudden, we were blessed with one. The Quigley South Seminary was closing down and might be available. Father Damber, Jim Segrito, and the provincial office formed a task force to put together a plan to sell old St. Rita's and purchase Quigley South. Jim and Father Damber asked if I could devote more time to St. Rita's along with many other board members and help put this plan together. We agreed, and Father Andrews was right. We found a way to serve the Augustinian community. The Augustinians received their new campus, and Father Andrews was right again. We had a chance in a small way to serve the Augustinians. Right now I have 6 grandsons. Hopefully they will get to St. Rita's, where they too can enjoy this St. Rita's experience as I and their fathers have enjoyed. Thank you for all being here and supporting St. Rita's. And to my 1963 classmates, I really appreciate being with you here today. May we get together several more times in the future. Love and God bless, Ed Schmidt.